Hi, welcome to Fitness Pilates with me, Gail, today. I'm going to be running through half an hour class and just focusing on your core strength and your flexibility and mobility. So we're just going to work through different exercises, giving you options to make it easier or harder throughout. And I'm coming live from Wales today, so down here for the weekend, so with family, enjoying, so hope you're going to enjoy this with me today and work through your own level. If you need a rest, take a rest. If you need a drink, have a drink and just create space. All you need is a little mat or some protection underneath your elbows if you're on the floor. You can use a cushion or a mat, anything that just protects your joints. So we want to start just feet grounded and drawing the belly button in, so the hips are slightly forward and the thighs drawn slightly out, and then we want to take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. You need to remember not to hit this light. In through the nose. If you did my class yesterday, when I did my jumps, I thought I was going to smash the light. So you need to be careful of your surroundings. And if you're working out in a different place, sometimes we forget. Breathing in and breathing out. Reaching out to the sides, dropping the head down. Nice long stretch through the fingertips, guys. Still keeping this tummy in nice and tight, so we're drawing in the belly button as we stretch. And last time, reaching out and back. So just taking the arms, again your hips are slightly forward, taking the arms up on in breath and the other one on out breath. Nice long back here, long spine, top of the crown of the head. Lift that up to the ceiling. Have that flat back and just lift. And then two arms lifting up, stretch and taking it back down. So in breath, come up onto toes if you wish. Make this a little bit more challenging and breathe out, come down. Breathing in, lifting. And breathing out, coming down. Last time. In. And then we want to, as we lift, sit back into the heels. So breathe in, draw that belly button up and out breath, and breathe in and out. Sit back right into the heels and back. So we just want to draw one knee up. So we want to lift the knee up on in breath and breathe out, tap down to the front. So in breath and out. So just a tap on your out breath. Keep the hips level, keep the knee nice and high as you lift, and if you want to change that and make it a little bit harder, you can keep the knee up and breathe out and kick out. Breathe in, bend, out breath and in. If this leg feels too heavy, the strain on your hip, you can just gently put a finger or two fingertips underneath this leg and just keep your good posture, so nice and tall, working through, keeping this knee, the higher the knee, the harder this will be, and then rest. Same on the other side, so you can tap down or go straight into lifting the leg again. Don't have this arch on the back, tummy drawn in, core tight, and in breath lift that knee, and out breath tap. In breath and out. Breathing in through the nose, guys, out through the mouth, in through the nose and out through the mouth, in and out. Hold that knee up if you want to extend out. So out breath as you kick out, in breath as you come back, hips level. Tummy drawn in tight, still breathing, control the breath, don't hold your breath. One more time, and take that leg back down. So we're going to do a little bit of balance. I'm trying to check my space here. So I'm just going to take one foot behind onto the toe. As I breathe in, I want to lift, really lift the ribs. Couple of breaths here, big nice stretch, leg nice and active. And on your next out breath, we're just going to reach forward and taking the leg up behind. So you might just want to lift a tiny bit, or you might want to come down, pick a point that you stare at, come down lower, and then nice and slowly take the arms back onto the hips, and you can drop lower if you wish. You can have your bent leg on your supporting leg, or your straight leg, which is harder, and nice and slowly bring that leg back down, nice and controlled, back to start. Same on the other leg, again trying not to hold your breath, stand back, just take one foot behind. I hope that you can see me properly with this angle. So we're just lifting up on your in breath, nice and high, lift the ribs. Couple of breaths here, get the leg to tense, and then on your next out breath, when you're ready, we drop down. So you can lift the leg, you can stay just in this position if you wish, or you can take it down if you want to make that easy to balance. Hands back, you can come as low as you wish, tummy up, higher the leg lifts, lower the chest comes, harder this will be. Head in line with your spine, looking down, and nice and slowly we bring that back up, nice and slow. So we're just going to fold down into rolling down and up. So drop your chin first in your out breath, reach down, slowly drawing the tummy up as tight as it'll go, and dropping down nice and slowly. You can have bent legs if you wish. Have a couple of breaths, allow the neck to hang and stretch. And on your next out breath, roll up nice and slow. Rolling up, take the hands up, give a big stretch. And then next out breath, reach down, chin down. Really push down. You might want to be flat hands, you might not reach the floor. Might be knuckles, fingertips. Really push the chest down towards the knees. You can have bent legs if there's too much strain on the hamstrings. And on your next out breath, roll up nice and slow. Taking the arms up, give an extra big stretch, and arms back down. So we're going to walk it out now into your plank position. So we'll come into a full arm plank, and again just have legs bent if it's easier when you walk it forward. So take a deep breath in and breathe out, drop the chin, roll down nice and slow, walk out. So you can have a slight bend on these legs, and we want this tummy up. So I'm hoping that you can see the full body here. Lift that belly button up extra tight, guys. From there, we're going to lift one leg on in breath. The head is an extension of your spine, just looking forward and down. And we lift in breath and out, tummy up. In breath, and if this is too difficult, guys, you can do this with one knee on the mat and just lift from knee position. Other than that, we are just drawing the stomach in tight. In breath and out. In breath and out. And from there, we're going to just twist up. So this bottom is flat, head is nice and long. In breath, follow the fingertips up, so gaze up to the ceiling and back down, and steady your hips. In breath through the nose, and out breath In breath and out. And nice long lift and back. And then bring your knees down. Sit back into child pose, and I always say cushion between your bottom and your heels if you have sore knees. Reach out to the front, head on the mat. Big long stretch, elbows off your mat, drawn into centre. Couple of breaths here. Still in through the nose, out through the mouth. And from there, we are going to just bring your hands forward. And I just want you to kind of sink forward with the hips. So we sink forward with the hips and push the chest. Lift the chest, push the shoulders back. Out breath. Bottom, up to the air, up to the sky, push down. In breath, sink down. You don't have to go too low. Push the shoulders back. Out breath. Up. And in breath. Push. Nice bit of mobility work here for the spine as well. Nice long stretch to the back. We're on fours. So we're just going to take one opposite arm and leg out to the front. And lift and hold. Out breath, we're going to come under. Tuck your head under. And in breath, extend. Out breath, curl. In breath, lengthen. And out breath. And in. And change. Opposite arm and leg, fingertips long, toes pointing. Next out breath, tuck under, head under. In breath, long. Out breath, curl. And in breath, stretch. And out breath. And in. And take that leg down. So we're just going to do our cat dog. So we want to lift the back, draw the tummy up. So on out breath, we lift up, roll up, tuck your head under. You can sink slightly forward in the hips. In breath, tummy starts dropping down. Bottom lifts up, head is either forward, or if it's pain-free, you can lift the head back. Out breath, slowly rolling into that big curl. And in breath, coming back. And out breath, pushing up. Coming back to centre and just lifting up onto your knees. So we're going to lean back with the hips pushing front, pushing out to the front. So hope you're well today, hope you're joining in, and hope you're going to have a good weekend too. So we're going to work and stretch and feel good. So take a deep breath in, breathe out, push the hips forward, draw the tummy in, and back up on in breath. So I'm not doing like a back bend here, I'm pushing my hips forward, I'm keeping the chin up and back up. So we're going to breathe out. This time when we breathe in, stretch up, long back. Breathe out, breathe in, lift, tummy in, breathe out, breathe in, and hold back, hold the stretch, push the hips out, draw the belly button back towards your spine, hold, if you need a rest, come up, have a rest, and back up. I'm going to take it onto our sit bones. I'm just going to lean back into a curved back. So we're rolling your hips up and the chin is up, and we hold this position and hold. And every out breath, if you can, sink back with your shoulders. So if it gets too difficult, come up and then have a rest. Come back in, so breathe out, we go back and we hold. This belly button's pulling extra tight. Next out breath, we go lower, really squeeze down. Next out breath, lower again, hip hips up, and just keep working through these little drop on every out breath. Gets too much, you're out to come up, at rest, come back, holding. Okay, up, give a stretch, hands under the knees, lift the chest, squeeze back the shoulders, head nice and long, out breath, drop down, chin down, in breath, lift, push, and out breath, roll. Okay, so we're just going to lift one leg. So I just want you to have hands out. So breathe out and in, breathe out and in. Really squeeze the belly button down on your out breath, still keeping that space underneath the chin. So the leg is just lifting in line with the other leg. And we're just holding. Now the lower you lean back on the back here, the harder this will be. And if you want to increase that, you can do 2 leg lifts. So we breathe out and in. Breathe in, out and in. In. Nice tight tummy. Really squeeze it. And lift, hold. If you don't want to hold up, keep with the down and up. Keep lifting. And have a hug. Lift up. And let's just extend the legs forward. So we're going to just roll down. Take a deep breath in, arch your back, nice and slowly, leaning back, bone by bone, into a stretch, push the small of the back into the mat. In breath, come up, really stretch, and out breath, we're going to fold forward. Roll, arch the back, head down. In breath, back up to ceiling. Out breath, roll down, small of the back, push, imprint into your mat. Lift on in breath, last fold, stay in your fold, couple of breaths here. And come back up. We're going to come up onto the knees. And apologise if you have background noise, because we have little kids in the background and adults too. So we're taking one leg out, guys. Leg out, toe pointed, leg, toe, knee, hip in line together. Arms out. Take a big deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to come down onto the mat and extend. You can lift the leg up if you wish. So in breath, come back up. Out breath, go the other way. Get this big stretch. Don't drop forward with the shoulder. In breath, up. And out breath. In breath, up. And out breath, over. And come back, change onto the other leg. And again, check your alignment. Good posture, really important. So the leg isn't forward, it's directly in line from your hip. Lift the chest, take a deep breath in. Breathe out, come down, stretch, and lift. And breathing in and breathing out, really squeeze to stretch over. In breath and out, extend. And if you haven't got much space in your room, then you can always turn side on. It's working with the space that you have, guys. And come back. Well done. So we're going to come down onto elbow plank. So we want to have a little bit of protection under the elbow, the mat, or anything that you have. As long as if you're not feeling sort of pain through the joints. And then again, checking my space here. First option would be to be on your knee, which is easier. 1 foot in front of each other for the second, 1 foot on top, and push up. So we're in a nice plank, your 2 hips are above one another, and we're holding. And if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, instead of your static hold, you can come under the body on out breath, and in breath, follow the hand up. So we breathe out, and we breathe in, we breathe out, and in, or you can have a rest if you need a rest. Breathe out, and in, and rest. So I'm going to take it into full arm here. So I'm going to go into full arm plank, so the hand directly underneath the shoulder, and I'm hoping I'm not going to slide when I come up here. So we're coming up. My sister's made this more difficult because she's been cleaning her floors. So I have a slidey floor. Woo! Left up. Okay, so from here, guys, you can have one knee on the floor if you wish. We're going to bring this top hand down over to the side. Move the other hand out a little bit. And then we drop down the hip on in breath. Breathe out, push. So in breath. So you can have this knee on the mat. If it's too difficult, you'll feel it right down your waist, your obliques. So in breath and out. In breath and out. And in and out, and rest. Come back. We're going to change sides. Over onto the other side. So, yeah. Get a little bit of protection under my elbow here. So we're coming up onto the other side. Anything does, little mat, rug. So we're lifting up. Again, you can have your knee on the floor if you wish. Just coming up into this nice side plank. And if you want to challenge yourself, on out breath, come under. In breath through the nose. Follow the gaze up, out breath, and in, and out breath, and in. Knee can be on the floor if it's too difficult, and lift, hold, nice long side plank. Okay, coming down, coming up into our full arm. So again, make sure you're not straining. If something doesn't feel right, please take that knee onto the mat. So I'm coming up into my side plank, 1 foot in front of the other. And then we swap, we take the hand down, move the other hand, so the body's facing side on, the legs are still same position. We breathe in, we breathe out. Breathe in and out. In and out. In. Knee on the floor if it's too hard. Push. And last one. And rest. Slidey mat. Okay. So we're going to take this into leg lift. So we're going to have our hands, the further down towards your ankles you come, the harder it'll be, the further up, the easier. So you can start just maybe underneath the calves. If you wish, you can take it underneath the ankles. We're taking the legs up, and we did it last week. So we breathe out, and we breathe in. If you're struggling majorly here, you can have your hands behind on the floor to give yourself a better balance, and just keep practicing. Practice makes perfect. Breathe out and in. Lift that chest and back. So breathe out and in and out and in. And I'm just wondering if we have space to do our roll downs and have a little bit of fun. I might not even manage it myself today. Depends on how good your balance is on the day. So we're going to just take the legs out. And we're going to try roll down and back up. Oh, and not do this what I just did. So you try and aim to stop. So we breathe and we come up. So it might take you a couple of times, guys. Roly-poly, as I call it, is good. So it's good for the back, but you try and come up and you stop. So you can do a couple. You might be perfect from the start. Come up. If you do lose your balance, correct it. Yeah? If you want your toes to come back, touch onto the floor. Have that little stretch and then come up. It might take you a couple of times to touch. And then hold, lift. Ooh, that feels good. It feels good for your spine to have that little kind of massage on the back. And then if you wanted to continue with your down and up, so you're doing so good, you can keep going. I'm just holding this static hold. Perfect. Keep holding, keep lifting the chest. This is Happy Friday. You want to challenge yourself. And then we're going to roll down. Take the hands onto the inside of the legs and just press. Allow your head to relax onto your mat. Press the legs down to get this inner thigh stretch. Really work to open up and stretch the adductors. Push down in your out breath and bring the knees in. Take your feet onto the mat, hands to the side, aeroplane arms. Out breath, drop the knees. You can have a cushion between your knees if it's more comfortable. Press if you wish to make this a bit harder. And if you want to make it a bigger stretch, take your toe, take that leg across and down. Breathe through it. You'll feel this big stretch coming up the outer part of the leg, the ITB band, your outer thigh, your glute. And if you want to reach up, lift the head, grab your toe, and then just ease your head back down. So it's like a double stretch. Breathe through it, relax into your stretch. Doing so good. And this half an hour has flown. Bring the legs back, let go. Bring it back, center your bottom. Drop your knees down the other way. Look away from your knees. Breathe and relax, hand on and press to increase it. Knees can be further up to your shoulder if you wish a bigger stretch. Taking the toe and taking that leg down onto the mat. Breathe in, try and relax, try and allow the body to sink heavy as you breathe out. And if you want that added little one, you'll need to lift the head up and grab the toe and stretch opposite ways. The higher up this toe comes towards your shoulder, the bigger the stretch you'll have. Don't have to do any of them, you can still stay with your bent legs. And then we let go, bring the knees back and grab the knees, and again roll and tap, roll and make it a bigger roll. If you want to tap the toes back on the floor, just extend the toes back, take them down to the mat. Toe tap, roll, and come up the next one and stay up. So we're just going to take it into our straight legs. Lift up the chest, hinge forward from your hips, out breath, push forward, and a couple of seconds over. I am away and push forward. And then we're going to take the legs wide. So we take the legs wide and we want to just breathe in, lift to your star. Big breath in. As you breathe out, bend both legs, swivel round and lift the chest and squeeze round. Opposite hand on the leg, hip pushing forward. Stay a couple of breaths here. Come back to the front, legs wide, lift up the chest, star. As you twist, bend both legs, bring them down, push the hip forward and twist back. couple of breaths here. And then we're going to do in breath to the front. So let's go one breath each. In breath, reach. Out breath, twist. In breath, reach. Out breath, twist. One more each side because it feels so good. In breath and out. And in breath and out. And just come back and just cross your legs to the front and extend forward. Out breath, drop the head down, stretch the back of the neck. Open up the back by pushing forward through the hands, and out breath. Take it to behind, breathe out, push away. Hope you enjoy this, guys. Lift to the back. And I'm just happy that everything worked out okay with my signal. Managed to do something today. Push the hand down into the mat, drop your head over and out breath. When we're down in the Welsh valleys, the signals aren't always the best. Change, breathe out, drop your head down, push down, out breath. Really allow your neck to stretch. Take the hands, breathe in, reach up, long flat back, breathe out, relax. Breathe in, stretch, and breathe out. One more time, breathing in, and breathing out. Thank you so much, team. If you have any comments, please put them up and I will get back to you at the end. And I hope you're going to have a fabulous weekend, like I'm having this weekend. So enjoy, get out in the fresh air, stay well and look after yourselves. Thank you for joining me today. Really appreciate it, and as I said, have a good weekend. Bye.